Here are a few of my best US cities for a quick weekend getaway. Travel is back in 2025 in a big way. Airports are teeming with bigger crowds. The lines at some of the most popular travel destinations stretch longer and longer. And of course, the prices of travel don't seem to be dropping anytime soon. So, jump on the bandwagon for a quick, time zone spanning trip. Luckily, there's plenty to explore right here at home in Texas, with 24 passenger airports and 12 of these servicing international flights that offer plenty of destinations way beyond my recommendations in this video. Yes, relaxing on a beach in Bali or a long weekend in London sounds great, but you can find everything you need closer to home. If you're looking for a solid combo of novelty, fun, convenience, and spontaneity, these weekend trips require just a quick drive, flight, or train. But still scratch the itch for fresh faces. Sights, sounds, and foods might be the answer. From longtime classics like New York City and Las Vegas, to low-key favorites like Boise and Chattanooga, searching for American cities to find the best places in the US for a 3-day weekend trip can be a painstakingly task. But these energetic locales have all the things one could hope to experience in a mere 36 hours. A distinct sense of place, strong local cultures, great food and drinks, vibrant neighborhoods, bang for your buck, and, most importantly, near-endless to-do lists. Pack your carry-on bag, because it's time to scratch that itch and make that weekend count. In recent years, Santa Fe has emerged from the desert as an oasis for incredible food, art, culture, and natural beauty in the foothills of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains. Nicknamed the City Different, New Mexico's capital serves as a thriving creative hub. For proof, look to the trippy installations at Meow Wolf, the Museum of International Folk Art, the Museum of Indian Arts and Culture, and the classic Georgia O'Keeffe Museum. One might argue that a day trip to Bandelier National Monument or a turquoise-filled retail therapy session at Native American jewelry shop. Wind River could be equally inspiring. Santa Fe is also home to many tasty snacks. We're not just talking Hatch chilies, though those should be enjoyed too, specifically in a cheeseburger at Shake Foundation and a top world-class Tex-Mex fare at classic joints like Tia Sophia's, Palacio Cafe, and the Pink Adobe. And don't skimp on the booze if that's your thing. This is allegedly the birthplace of the margarita. Hit up Maria's New Mexican Kitchen, which boasts a 60-year legacy and more than 200 varieties on its menu that reads like a binder book. The Palm Springs area of California doesn't require much convincing. Along with the weather, which stays in the 70s and 80s year-round, and those gorgeous desert vistas, you can basically get any kind of weekend you want in Palm Springs. Spa getaway? Check. Hiking adventure? Check. Artsy escape? Check. Festival chaos? Super check. Yes, Coachella and its related activities are technically Palm Springs. You'll find every weekend there's a rager either in the valley or somewhere nearby, from EDM-centric Splash House to country hootenanny stagecoach to the twice-yearly visual art-filled Joshua Tree Music Fest. If you're staying in Palm Springs proper, there's no need to leave Highway 111, which has tons of cafes, bars, and restaurants within walking distance of your hotel, or hop on the free trolley. If you're in one of the neighboring cities, you're probably there for relaxation, but if you do decide to hit the town, ride shares are abundant and cheap. If you have own transportation, make the quick drive out to the trippy paradise, Joshua Tree National Park, and the equally weird town of Joshua Tree proper. Stylish Airbnbs, ghost towns turned music venues, and weird desert art all weighed out in the vast expanses. Boise, Idaho defines itself as part rugged, part refined, a city where beer and wine go hand in hand. You've pretty much got the best of all worlds here. Mountains, a river, hundreds of trails. There are 20 wineries in the city alone, and more than 65 in the total area. Tap rooms and breweries are within walking distance of one another in downtown, and with more than 200 days of sunshine means everything from summer paddleboarding to winter skiing is more than most cities can offer. Throw in the Basque Block, where you'll find the Basque Museum and Cultural Center, and Spanish-style pienchos and wine at the Basque Market, and the Boise Fry Company, where the state's iconic potatoes are served up fry form with house-made seasonings and dipping sauces, and you'll see why Boise is something of an unexpected, albeit bizarre, food city. You've also got the Northwest's largest open-air multi-artist mural gallery, Freak Alley Gallery, plus hiking and mountain biking trails are not that far from downtown. And if you're craving nature even closer, the Boise River, which runs through the city center, is a haven for kayakers, tubers, and rafters alike. Moving on in my list is Bozeman, Montana, where you'd love tipping the scale in favor of quality time with the serene atmosphere Mother Nature created. A trip where the early bird catches the worm, and where your energy will come not from downtown skyscrapers, but from idyllic natural vistas. Then look no further, because Bozeman, Montana speaks your language. The gateway to Yellowstone National Park and a short road trip to Glacier National Park, you've got a whole smorgasbord of great outdoor sights to enjoy there. You can ease your worries with a soak in various natural hot springs. You can hike through the same hills as Lewis and Clark, the Sacagawea, and the dinosaurs. You can refuse to part with nature, not for even a minute, considering the whole state of Montana is basically a giant campsite. Although the downtown area is small, you could probably walk the whole thing in under 30 minutes, however. It's absolutely jam-packed with delicious restaurant upon delicious restaurant. Get yourself over to Jam, Plonk, Montana Ale Works, and Roost Fried Chicken to wet your whistle and feed your soul. By the time you're done, you'll feel like a stuffed grizzly bear right before hibernation. Believe it or not, a lot has changed in Washington, D.C. since your middle school field trip days. Not only have the Capitals, Nationals, Mystic, DC United, and Spirit brought home national championships, but the city itself has transformed into an even more fascinating weekend hangout town thanks to a proliferation of world-class bars and restaurants, hotels, neighborhoods, green spaces, and, of course, cultural institutions. It's also supremely walkable, and the fall, shoulder season, when the hazy humidity finally eases up, the droves of tourists dissipate, and winter's chill is yet to set in, is the perfect time to take advantage of DC's splendors. Park yourself a politically savvy Hong Kong transplant, the Eaton Workshop, centrally located on K Street, a stone's throw from the National Mall's monuments and memorials, among its other many attractions. That is, if you end up leaving its sleek, manicured grounds. Seek out the lobby-level speakeasy, Allegory, can be quite the delicious time suck if you're not careful. Once you've had your fill of boozy inspiration, hit the town in search of more stimulation in the form of new and/or improved museums like the National Museum of African American History and Culture, the National Museum of the American Indian, don't miss the stellar on-site cafe, the National Air and Space Museum, and the immersive International Spy Museum. Hungry? Eat your way through vibrant neighborhoods like the H Street Corridor, where you'll find Asian-influenced game-changers like Copycat Company, Toki Underground, and Makedo. Or book it over to nearby Union Market and feast on everything from Michelin-starred Colombian fine dining to trusted Southern comforts. Finish your day in the Navy Yard, a riverfront network of parks. Breezy Breweries, Blue Jacket, Atlas Brew Works, and Solace hold it down. And state-of-the-art stadiums by way of Audi Field, home to DC United and others. Anyone who's lazily flipped through the frayed Trivial Pursuit cards at their local dive bar knows the oldest city in the United States is St. Augustine, Florida. And while it may seem odd that a state best known for sprawling condos and strip mall Valhalla would also be home to some serious history, St. Augustine, Florida is teeming with the stuff. Whether you're into old architecture, museums, forts, or haunted bars, you'll find it within a few blocks here. And beyond that, there's plenty of other reasons to make the 50-minute drive down I-95 from Jacksonville. It's no secret that St. Augustine is home to a pretty killer food scene. After all, the city has had roughly 450 years to perfect the craft. Colombia's had the longest to get it right, a 1905 Cuban-Spanish spot whose Tampa cousin is the oldest restaurant in the state. Also, in the Old City, you'll find Casa Maya, where fresh Mexican seafood follows the city's best fresh-made guacamole. For more casual Mexican stuff, stop into Burrito Works Taco Shop, where you'll get 2 meals worth of food for under $20. Ice Plant Bar's fine farm-to-table cuisine and spectacular cocktail menu has made it a local's go-to, and probably the most common recommendation you'll get asking around the city. Catch 27 has all the Florida seafood classics, plus Menorcan clam chowder, a tomato-based stew introduced to the city centuries ago by Spanish laborers. Barbecue lovers will delight in Mojo Barbecue, where the sandwiches filled with smoked brisket and pulled chicken are a worthy reward for a day of hardcore walking. St. Augustine has a lot to offer for both young and old alike. Whether you're a beachgoer or history buff, this lazy day town gets my vote. Let's head south on I-95 to Orlando, Florida. The America's theme park capital gets a lot of attention for internationally acclaimed attractions like Walt Disney World. And while that's certainly reason enough to visit Orlando for a long weekend, this is every kid's dream, isn't it? Central Florida is much more than thrill rides. Downtown Orlando may have gotten its start in the 19th century, thanks to cattle and citrus, but now you'll find award-winning chefs, a buzzing music scene, and world-class culture at acoustically perfect spaces like the Dr. Phillips Center, where performances include Broadway hits like Hamilton and others. Eat your way around locally owned spots like Peruvian Fusion Eatery and natural wine bar Papa Llama. Order the Shroom, a wild mushroom stir-fry. Japanese Korean Sushi Lola's, where you can nibble on Lava Dip's deep-fried, panko-crusted crab salad, and Italian restaurant Prado in the well-heeled city of Winter Park, home to Rollins College, where you'll have some of the best unexpected cacio e pepe doused with pepper Dijon mustard of your life. Nearby, you can pick blueberries at family-owned Southern Hill Farms or go kayaking in King's Landing on the crystal-clear, scenic Rock Springs Run. Even in the heart of downtown, you can take a swan-shaped paddle boat on Lake Eola, which is also home to actual swans, as well as concerts and movies at the Walt Disney Amphitheater. The only thing that maybe tops or adds to the art and culture is the craft beer scene, with dozens of microbreweries that have popped up over the past decade, like Ivanhoe Park Brewing Company and Park Pizza and Brewing Company being two favorites, plus being great picks. New Orleans. Some love it, some hate it. I, for one, fell in love with the city and culture long ago, back before I was old enough to be on Bourbon Street. But New Orleans has everything you could possibly need to have the most fun. 3 days of your life. It's the best city in America for a stroll, whether drink in hand through the lamplit cobblestones of the French Quarter or past the stately manors of the Garden District. You'll encounter historic architecture, canopies of live oaks, and musicians playing on nearly every corner. When it comes to atmosphere, Crescent City stands king. No judgment here if you go all in with the frozen daiquiris on Bourbon Street or jazz club hopping on Frenchman, but it's well worth going beyond the tourist haunts. Get lost in the spooky labyrinthine of Lafayette Cemetery in the Garden District, drink and shop your way down Magazine Street, and hit any number of world-class watering holes for food that'll leave you in a happy, deep-fried daze. Hospitable residents are passionate about showing their city to worthy visitors. Be respectful and open-minded. Opt for a hotel or B&B over an Airbnb, and never ever trash talk about the Saints while in South Louisiana. Period. Next on my list is Las Vegas, where all the chaotic energy in the universe is concentrated. Vegas, baby, which is exactly what makes the place so glorious and outrageously loud and lit up for miles and miles. For whatever reason you're in town, to party, to eat your way around celebrity chef-driven restaurants, the adult playground known as Sin City will deliver in aces and diamonds. Stroll. The Link Promenade and the Park Vegas walkable outdoor spaces, with dining and entertainment options unmoored from the confines of casinos. Visit the Neon Museum, a singular Las Vegas experience, or head to East Fremont for some genuine local flavor. Yeah, people actually live in this beautiful desert town. Don't leave without checking out local institution Atomic Liquors, the oldest freestanding bar in town, established in 1945, where people wearing dark sunglasses gathered in the 1950s to watch nuclear tests while drinking on the rooftop. And of course, at some point, you've got to lose track of time inside the city's many hotels and casinos. If you have to pick one, let it be the Cosmopolitan. There, you can catch Opium, a sexy, raunchy, space-themed, adults-only show Sip cocktails inside the hidden Ghost Donkey cocktail bar. And check out the barbershop, a salon, prohibition-style speakeasy cocktail bar, live music venue, an exclusive lounge all in one. Vegas, baby. Go big or go home. Nashville is music, and music is the universal language. Nashville brings music, food, the arts, sports, and shopping, which makes Nashville more than just a destination. Explore the rich historical tapestry of Tennessee through majestic sites like Andrew Jackson's Hermitage, the historic Traveler's Rest, and the stunning gardens of Gaylord Opryland. Each location tells a unique story of the state's narrative, perfect for history buffs, nature lovers, and families alike. Don't miss the serene bicentennial Capitol Mall State Park and the iconic Tennessee State Capitol, where mouth-watering local cuisine and cultural experiences await your discovery. Nestled in the heart of Nashville, this vibrant park features the iconic Parthenon, a stunning full-scale replica of its Grecian counterpart, complete with a majestic 42-foot statue of Athena. Enjoy picturesque walking paths, lakeside views, and picnic areas, making it a perfect retreat for families, art enthusiasts, and those simply seeking a serene escape in nature. Nashville is also a food lover's mecca, with dishes that fit every taste, craving, and diet. If barbecue is calling your name, try Barbecuity. Create your chocolate dessert at Goo Goo Cluster. Indulge in a delightful experience centered around a beloved treat that blends chocolate, caramel, peanuts, and marshmallow nougat. And for you vegans out there, Vegelicious Cafe is a delightful find in Nashville, offering an extensive menu filled with mouth-watering vegan options. Looking for some Southern home-style cooking? Manel's Dining and Catering, considered a hidden gem by many, offers a delightful culinary experience that captures the essence of Southern hospitality. You'll find yourself in a warm, inviting atmosphere, reminiscent of a family gathering, where the communal dining style encourages camaraderie. Dive into the rich tapestry of Nashville's music scene through landmarks that celebrate the legends and history of American music. From the echoes of RCA Studio B, where iconic hits were born, to the immersive experiences at Madame Tussauds and the poignant stories at the Johnny Cash Museum, each destination offers a unique glimpse into the musical legacy that shaped the nation's sound. Explore legacy venues like the historic Ryman Auditorium and the extensive exhibits at the Country Music Hall of Fame and Museum, all while enjoying the vibrant atmosphere of Marathon Village, a hub of artistry and innovation. And to get around, Nashville's Hop-On Hop-Off bus tour, and explore Nashville at your own pace. And finally, connect with history and spirituality at the serene Sri Ganesha Temple, a welcoming space for visitors of all ages to appreciate art and architecture. Nashville truly captures my heart. And I saved the best for last. Tennessee is divided into 3 grand regions, marked by the 3 stars on the state flag. In the West, it's so flat that if you get lost, you can just stand on the hood of your car to see the next town. The reason, the mighty Mississippi River Delta. Middle Tennessee has beautiful farmland and rolling hills, but it's the East where it finally gets topographically interesting. Just a 2-hour drive from Nashville, Chattanooga features real honest-to-goodness mountains and a beautiful river racing curves through downtown. And that's just one reason why you should see this true river city, and many more. The Cumberland River and the downtown riverfront, you'll find public art everywhere you turn. Chattanooga is a family-friendly destination, the Bluff View Art District, along with quirky museums and the festival grounds with both music and culinary events year-round. You'll also find many places to wet your whistle, and a restaurant scene hopping with flavors and budgets to fit your taste. Try down-home spots like Sugar's Ribs or the James Beard-nominated Easy Bistro. Located in one of the city's most historic building is Urban Stack. Neutral Ground is a relative newcomer to the city's dining scene, but their takes on quintessential Big Easy dishes like po' boys and yakka main has quickly made them a favorite. Chattanooga is really a outdoors lover's paradise, with fishing, hiking, waterfalls, and Lookout Mountain, where you can see 7 states at once, where getting to the top is easy on the famous Incline Railway. Take it from me, you can't go wrong with a trip to Chattanooga, Tennessee. Thanks for watching. See ya!